All right, welcome to Live with City Manager Kenny Martin. We are joined by Commissioner Jennifer Mullally, our special guest, along with Kenny Martin, Rocky Lee, our Parks Director, and I'm Justin Beasley, your Public Information Officer. Great to hop back on here and have one of these. It's been too long. We're going to have these a little more often, and so much to talk about in our great city with the budget, with the fireworks upcoming on July 4th and July 16th, our Celebrate MJ 50th anniversary. So a lot to get into, but first I'll ask each of you, how's your week going? I'm sure that rain is a pleasant sight this morning.
We'll let Miss Commissioner Mullally go first.
Well,
Absolutely.
so far at my house, I haven't seen a drop. Still praying it comes our way.
Yeah, I was rubbing it in. I told her earlier. I said I called my neighbor and I said my neighbor said it's raining at my house. So I said I'm sorry, Miss Jennifer. I said but I got a feeling over the next few days you'll end up getting rain when I'm not getting it. So then you can pick up the phone and call me and go in your face, Kenny. I'm getting rain. We never thought we'd want rain so bad. Isn't that
Yeah.
something? Normally you don't want the rain, but we need the rain.
Well, we've had so much over the past 2 years.
That's right.
So now it's like it was before all that.
Yeah. We just want a balance. We don't want it all at one time. We just want a balance.
Rocky, is it raining at your parks?
Hey, that's the great news right now, guys. It's raining here. We're about a mile from the Little League Park, and that means fireworks will go Monday. Keep your fingers crossed. Because we've been waiting for this rain, and we need it badly because of the burn ban. And we were talking to Chief Luffman, and he was like, we're going to wait and see if we get a significant rainfall. We will have fireworks, 4th of July fireworks. We're getting the rain right now here, so keep everything crossed.
I was editing some video for the July 16th celebration, and I could see I'm basically where Travis is during the commission chambers, where he can see out at the window, and it was raining, and Jamie Luffman called me, and let's just say he's really encouraged. We went out there and put eyes on the rain together, and definitely encouraged about Monday. Rocky, can you tell us about what we have in store for Monday night, July 4th at 5 o'clock, starting at the Mount Juliet League Park, and then Kenny and then Commissioner Mullally, if you guys can expand upon, I guess, just how much American pride there is in Mount Juliet for July 4th and the flag and just the spirit in this town.
Yeah, it looks like right now, like we just talked about, we're getting the rainfall, so that's good. It looks like the 4th of July fireworks will be going on, and this is our 3rd year to hold it at the Mount Juliet League Park, and that's down there where the baseball, softball are. And a couple things will be new this year. We'll have the fireworks same place, but we will have free parking this year, so it'll be first come, first serve. The gates will open at 5. We'll start taking cars in at 5 p.m. We'll have also food trucks there. This is the first year we'll have food trucks on site. They'll start arriving at 6. The fireworks will go sharp at 9 p.m. It's a 20-minute show, so come on out, bring your family, join your neighbors and your friends, and celebrate the nation's birthday with us.
Kenny, always a fun time at this event.
Always.
That's right. And this rain's going to help cool things off a little bit. So I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Mullally. I know she's got a lot of good updates about things going on in the city and over in her district, and then I'll follow her.
This was not planned.
That's right.
This is like.
Here's what happened.
Commissioner,
She went by, and we said we need Ms. Mullally to be in here to bring to bring some professionalism to this Facebook Live today. So we've got her. I said, would you mind coming in and helping me out because I'm stuck with Justin and Rocky.
We have to have somebody with some looks, somebody pretty to outdo us 3 ugly guys. So welcome, Jennifer.
Well, thank you. So yeah, I'm excited about the fireworks, and I've just been praying for rain because I don't want them to call it off. I know we have a burn ban, and that's fine, but I don't want people not to be able to shoot fireworks because, you know, as an American citizen in our country's birthday, I get excited. Of course, I used to buy them and all that when my boys were young and shot them, and now we don't go anywhere because of the dogs. So we just kind of look out the window and see all the neighbors shooting it, and I like that, and you know, I think that's fine. So I really don't want there to be a ban on fireworks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. What else you got going on over there?
Well, my newsletter, it's going out tomorrow and getting finishing touches on that, and I'll have lots of updates on that. I don't have it with me, or I could point some things out since this wasn't planned.
That's right. Yeah, we
So-
sort of, we sort of threw her in the what you call it, the deep end of the pool.
Yeah.
She got a lot of great things going in. And
I'll tell you how good her newsletter is. I normally, outside of last night, Commissioner, you asked me for some notes. I normally never drive without it. It's the 411 on the whole city.
yeah,
So if the PIO is using her notes, you know she's doing good.
that's exactly right. When the PIO is using your notes, so thank you for doing all that work so that Justin didn't have to do it.
Hey, now
You're
I
right.
didn't say that, but he's not lying too much.
Hey, why reinvent the wheel? I mean, hey, I don't need duplicating work if it's professional work that's done out there. And I do hear a lot of good comments about our newsletter and from citizens, and they appreciate it. And we try to be the city that gets information out to people. And it's funny because you think about the way we used to have to do it, and she's very savvy at that, a lot better than I am about putting information out to her constituents. And I keep up with a lot of that, and I see the positive comments. Thanks for keeping us informed. And it's tough sometimes for her because she puts stuff out, that it's not always good news, but she's got to get it out there, and people respect that. I think they appreciate that. So thank you for doing that. But her district is District 4, and if you're familiar with the Providence area and Blended City and all that, and a lot of exciting things going in over there in her district. A lot of changes, and there's always a little business popping in here or there. But it's a beautiful district. It's it's an economic engine for our city, to say the least. And I'm very proud of you, and I want to thank her publicly and the commission. The bridge work is about done. They were up there today doing some paving, and that paving is going to create a lot of comfort for people. And I'm not trying to consume all your time, but where I'm excited about it is it doesn't seem like much. I saw there's some people joking about one lane and all that. We were trying to add a signature piece, a safe bridge. The bridge needed a lot of improvements because it was struck by the tractor-trailer truck, the fatal wreck. We needed the improvements for that, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's a welcome, I guess you say an awesome welcome for people that are coming to town looking to patronize our city or visit. Because when you see that and it's all lit up at night and all the new pavements down and the bike lanes and the walking lanes and the bollards with the lights on them, it's going to be beautiful. But it's also going to be a lot safer. You will see a lot better at nighttime with the new striping. And we'll be the first to admit that during the construction process, some of the complaints that we got, Miss Jennifer got, and she reached out to me and said, "Hey, can you help me with this on the striping?" And they'd put the temporary stripes down, they'd come up. So I know folks are excited about getting out there. Commissioner Mullally and the commissioners have been working hard, and I want to thank you because this would not have happened. That is a state road with a state and a federal road bridge, and this city and this commission stepped up big time to partner with the state of Tennessee to make that happen. If they didn't do that, we'd be sitting here today with the same bridge with the same unique design, which was not a very good one, but that design that was up there were the 2 lanes and one of them turned into a turning lane was supposed to be about for 5 years. It was supposed to be 5 years after Providence ended. And to the state's defense, unfortunately, sometimes the monies that you think you're going to get for road projects and things of that nature just don't happen. But these folks have set aside $40 million for the city to do all the engineering on the South Mount Jewett Road widening, Highway 70, of course, the bridge, they did that, Old Lebanon Dirt Road, and some other things. So I want to thank you. I can't say that enough because I know these things take a long time, but we're dependent upon the state to give permission. And you've got environmental, you've got design, you've got right-of-way acquisition. And the toughest thing is getting all you utility companies to work together. The gas company can't move their lines until the electric company and the fiber optic and the phone company move theirs. And so I know it seems simple, and I understand the frustration. I get it. I hear it from my own wife and my own family. And what are y'all going to do about the roads? And what are you going to do about? And we totally understand that and sympathize it. But I will promise you this: nobody's working any harder than this group is in this commission to put all the pieces in place to do skin in the game, even on projects that aren't necessarily ours, to make it happen. We just have to be patient. So,
and I can tell you how nice that additional northbound lane is.
Yeah.
It's like, even in the, not the far right one, but the one next to it that used to end in the turning lane. Now you can just, go there, stop on red, go when you can, and just go right across the bridge.
Yeah, I get
in a good way. You feel uncomfortable driving over it because you're like, am I supposed to be going left? Am I allowed to go straight here? And it's like, I've got freedom now.
Yeah. Can you imagine just how much less road rage there's going to be now that we've got 2 lanes that actually go through? Because bless people's hearts, a lot of times they don't mean it, but they're in that lane and they think they're supposed to go north, and all of a sudden they end up in a turning lane. So we get it. We get it. I've done it before, and
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, it happens and people fuss at you, and bless their hearts. So a lot of that will be a whole lot less, thank goodness now. So it'll be a lot less. And I've seen some of it, and what's sort of funny? is when you're the one that's involved in sort of a frustrating situation where somebody gets mad at you, it seems like the end of the world. But when you see it happen to somebody else and you see these two people and they're mad at each other and they're just barking at one another, you have to smile sometimes. You look at it because you understand what they've been dealing with, and you're sympathetic to it, and you know that it's just a moment in time. But be careful with the road rage because we live in different times now. So hopefully we've done something here to create a little bit less of that road rage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kenny, I know you do the Mount Juliet Monday and you offer a lot of great nuggets. And if you're not in the Chamber of Commerce, first off, you need to be. But second off, it's kind of hard to get in and register because there's only so many spots. For what you're willing to let us know about what's going on around town, since we haven't done this in a little bit. I know there's some surprising news, some other news that you kind of, it's just wait and see. But what are you holding out on us? What can you tell us?
Hey, holding out nothing. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to defer to the commissioner because you can give some of the updates on some of the new businesses. Even if she just wants to throw one out there, that's fine because I think it's good news.
Well, okay. So I've got this in my newsletter. Honey Baked Ham is coming to across from the Christmas place. Excited about that.
Commissioner, do you know how huge that is?
Yes, that's
we
huge.
don't have to drive
We get
all
one
the
every
way to
Christmas.
Lebanon. Yeah, every year we get a ham and we got to go all the way to
all
Lebanon.
the way to Lebanon.
So the very business owner that's in Lebanon is opening up a location in Mount Juliet because Commissioner Mullally and other residents have been calling for so long and say, please come to Mount Juliet. So not only can you eat there, but ham should be, we can have it more than Thanksgiving and Christmas. So thank you. They made such a great city that these businesses want to come to us without us even having to ask.
They are.
But in this case, we did wear them out. So that's a big deal. It'd be right, like you said, right beside, right across from a Christmas store. But there's a couple other businesses going in that center too.
Well, yeah, Jeremiah's Ice. That'll be good. When are they gonna?
They're in the process of building out now, as a matter of fact. Yep.
Dunkin' Donuts, of course, is going there. Of course, this is not my district, but since we were talking about honey, I'm just saying what was in my newsletter.
Right.
This is not my district either, but Popeyes on Lebanon Road toward almost to Hermitage. That's coming. In my newsletter, I've got a steakhouse is coming across from the West Middle, but no details on that yet.
And July 6th, the paper mill set to open?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Official opening for paper mill. That's the other one I had. Official opening is July 6th. They had a soft opening, but officially July 6th.
And that's in the old Courtney's restaurant. And boy, I tell you, they've spent the last 4 months. I'm looking forward to going inside there, not only eating, but looking at the place because I know they've invested a lot of money in doing their build out, because trying to transform it from what it was to what they want it to be for them. And so we encourage you definitely to please patronize these businesses, especially the mom and pop businesses, because that's really the economic engine and the backbone for our community is supporting these local businesses. Because we're not here and we can't do the things we do and keep Mount Juliet safe as we do without that. Because you know why? Because we got one of the lowest property taxes in the entire country right here in Mount Juliet. Because this lady and that commission basically looked at us and said, you guys figure out a way to run this city efficiently. And what we've done is worked out perfectly. People want to be here, so they're investing in our community, and that helps offset taxes.
Well,
Commissioner,
too.
Go ahead.
I hear a lot of people on social media. I read a lot of comments, and I see that a lot of people avoid the Providence area because of the traffic. And I know I get it, but what happens when you avoid it, you're also avoiding shopping locally, and so you're not helping fund our police department, our fire department, road improvements, things like that. So think about that when you're going across the county line.
Yeah.
To shop.
And that's such a good point. It used to be years ago, you had to go all the way to Hickory Hollow, and it was a 30-minute drive, or Rivergate 30-minute drive. So it had an hour round trip drive. And I get it, trust me. I know sometimes sitting in traffic is a pain. If you don't have to go to Providence or aren't looking to go to Providence, maybe you do take an alternate route to open it up for people that want to patronize it. And that helps too. Sometimes I'll take the back route to get to Belinda City and I'll go down Golden Bear. Thank you guys for doing that because that was a big project for the city. So we're listening and we're working on those things with our signals, our traffic signals. Matter of fact, you're going to get a new one here real soon at Kroger because Commissioner Mullally and the city was listening loud and clear and said, hey, it's hard to get out of Jonathan's It's hard to get out of Kroger and Providence, especially right there on Providence Parkway. So they're going to be adding a nice traffic light there and making some road upgrades.
Well, that was before my time. So
But hey,
if you don't want the signal, that was before my
that's
time.
right. Yeah. So sometimes people don't like another signal, but what it does, it gives you a dedicated opportunity to get out without having to sort of just risk it.
But
and go.
something needed to be done there.
That's right.
Initially, it was going to be a roundabout, and then Kroger expanded, so that
Took that opportunity away.
took that away.
Yeah.
So then they decided on the signal. So some agreed something has to be
That's
done
right.
there. But we're also getting an extra turn lane too, coming from South Mount Juliet Road, turning right into the.
That's right.
Providence Commons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you're right there, what, at Holiday Inn?
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Express on South Mount Juliet Road, and you're trying to turn right, and you've got somebody wanting to go straight. Thank you, Chief. And you want to go straight. That's basically you'll have another lane turn right, because you know how it is. If you got two lanes turn right instead of one, the traffic's going to flow a lot better and a lot quicker.
Absolutely. Something else for our audience that you'll find in Commissioner Mullally newsletter, the soft opening last Friday for Pop Shelf on Lebanon Road that I emailed her earlier today about. Commissioner, I'm not sure if you read the entire email, but you know the July 16th Celebrate MJ 50th anniversary. I mentioned two tidbits that we haven't announced to the public. Do you remember those off the top of your head?
Wine tasting and what was the other? I just added it.
Oh, you're close. Kenny knows about it. It's Kenny's favorite part.
What's the other one?
Car show.
Car show. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about that and Rocky fill in where they miss out as far as, because that's something Rocky's been keeping under his belt too, and we're excited to announce that.
Yeah, a lot of these car show folks hadn't got to have a car show because it's just been so hot, and then before that it was raining. So what we reached out to some people. If you got a 1972 year model car, Mount Juliet was founded in 1835, been around a long time, but incorporated 1972. So if you've got a 72 model car, 1972 truck, whatever it may be, or something you want to show off, bring it. Reach out to Mr. Rocky and bring it to this car show. But if you've got a car and it's something you're proud of, and you're a 16-year-old or a teenager or 80-year-old or whoever it may be, and you've got something you want to show off car-wise, I know Rocky's got a limited amount of parking spots, but our goal is to have as many cars for these people to look at and make it just a fun day to where our people and our community comes together and just has fun. And we're hitting you from lots of different angles, from face painting to, is there a Dunkin' booth there?
Yes.
With y'all's name on it.
I was just wondering.
I was told I had to be in the
With
Dunkin'.
y'all's name on it.
Yeah, she mentioned it earlier when she said Dunkin' Donuts, and what she really meant was Dunkin' Mullally.
Yes.
So you need to come Dunkin' Mullally at our 16th birthday, because, you know, hey, that's a great thing. I did that once before, and I encourage you, go first.
I am.
Go first.
I asked Rocky if I could go first, and he promised.
Well, if I can intercede for a moment, it'll be Duncan Martin also there.
Oh,
It ain't gonna be only Duncan Mullally, but Mr. Martin will also be there. I'm sure there's people who be wanting to take shots. So
no, there's absolutely.
it'll
Yeah.
be a big fundraiser.
You'll make a good fundraiser fortune on that. Yeah. My swimming's not the best in the world. So I'm sure I'll go last. And when you go last, the water all of a sudden goes from being crystal clear to like a swamp kind of water. That's what I get. That's kind of the deal I get. So we'll take care of Miss
Glad I'm
Mullally.
going first.
That's right. That's why she's going first. But I want to thank you for doing that, because it's fun. Are you ready to talk a lot of trash?
You know, I know I've heard the people talk, and I don't really talk like that.
Right. Well, it's a good kind of thing. Vice Mayor did it once before, and he was great.
Yeah, he did it.
I didn't know I didn't think that was necessarily a good move, because I don't want to be sunk, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to be real nice. I'm going to be kind and sweet to everybody, and that way, hopefully, they won't have as much
Yeah, they
zip
won't.
on it. I'm going to prepare
I was
myself.
talking to somebody yesterday, and I told he didn't know about it, and he said, "Oh, I'll come then, because I used to play baseball." I'm like, "Great."
Yeah. Oh,
Great.
Ace.
Why did I have to mention it?
I think he played for like some AAA baseball team or something too, like 100-mile-an-hour
Probably.
fastball, something like that. But
I'm wondering how I'm going to get back up on the bench.
that's true. That is true. It's like a piece of wood kind of thing, you know. And Rocky's known that right before you go back to sit on it, that he'll walk up there and hit that paddle
Right.
to drop again. So you think,
Watch out for Rocky.
yeah,
And
and
it just doesn't matter how nice you be. We're printing up a big pack of lies. Y'all said about a bunch of people that we're going to post the day before.
yeah,
So we'll have a bunch of angry people here for you.
yeah,
Oh, no.
get them all worked up. It won't work out. But it is going to be fun, and we're hoping folks can come out. It's absolutely free. It's going to be a lot of wonderful music, and I think the vice mayor's band's playing. Of course, Mr. Worley, the car show. It's just fun, and free. Want you to come out.
Hefner as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the commissioners too for the resources that they've given Rocky Lee and his committee to not only have this as just a party, but this is a one-of-a-kind party. You only celebrate 50 years once in a lifetime, and we're in the prime of our city, and I would say we've done a lot for 50 years compared to a lot of other cities, and we're certainly proud of that, which is why we're doing the celebration. And Rocky, I'll also be remiss if I didn't mention Volunteer State Bank, our title sponsor. That they're not just a sponsor that wanted to be, on a flyer. I mean, they are a part of every single detail that we've gone over. We have a group chat, and we're always thinking of great things. I know Sheila Luckett, our city recorder and deputy city manager, comes up with her best ideas at 5 a.m. I mean, this is just a total 24-hour, 7-day-a-week effort, and it's been a lot of fun, Rocky, has it not?
It has, man. It's been a blast. And like you said, Justin himself has put hours. We've been on this for months, guys, and we've got a great committee. Like Sean Glover and Tina Burris with Volunteer State Bank have been phenomenal. Not only, like you said, are they title sponsors, they've really been there working. They were with us yesterday for hours and stuff. So, and Justin himself has spent hours just promoting this. It's going to be a great show. And we've got a lot of good people working on it, a lot more than us doing this. So we want you to come out. We're going to have Daryl Worley will be our headliner there to finish it up. He'll be our singer on stage. And like they said, they went over a few things. We're going to have a hot air balloon. There'll be a chance for hot air balloon rides. Like I said, children's activities in Pavilion 2. We're going to have slides, bounce houses for kids. Ava's Splash Pad will be open. There's going to be a lot of great things. We're really going to do it. Chief Hambert will be singing his newly adopted city song to open the festivities off. So that's worth coming out seeing alone.
Star power. We
got it packed, guys. It's going to be a great, great day. So remember, July 16th from 4 to 9, we're going to be out there at Charlie Daniels Park. Just come out to Charlie Daniels Park. It's going to be a great time.
We've also got some events at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock that we will promote a little bit closer to the event. A lot of people are going to be excited about too. So stay tuned for that. And you mentioned the businesses earlier, Kenny and Rocky. You see this flyer right here with the free giveaway. We are all about the small businesses here in Mount Juliet. We want to promote you. So we've started an idea. Somebody came up to us after we talked to the Chamber of Commerce and said, hey, I want to give away an item. So we said, hey, let's open this up to the public. If you can give an item of $75 or more, that's a way to not only have your business mentioned from the amphitheater stage with me and Rocky announcing that to, we hope, 40,000 people. It's also a chance for whoever's on the winning side of that raffle to experience your business as well. So we feel like that's going to be a great way to promote businesses within the city of Mount Juliet. So if you're watching this, you're a business owner and you want other businesses around you to succeed as well, please let them know that information. That's just one idea of a lot of great ideas we have as well. Rocky, one thing we didn't mention, and maybe this is news to Kenny and the Commissioner Mullally, we have a Kool-Aid tasting as well.
Yeah. If you're not into alcohol and you don't want to do the wine tasting, and for the children, we're going to have a Kool-Aid tasting in the next door pavilion over there. We thought that'd be really good. It's going to be real catchy. And one thing, I don't want to forget, it's been a while since we had one of these, is I don't know if people know, Justin just became a new dad. And I want to congratulate him and his beautiful wife, Carrie Ann. They had a beautiful little baby, Brady. And I hope that he's out there. I'd like to see little Beasley come out. But congratulations, Justin.
Thank you. We hope that there's a ton of kids out there. There's going to be literally something for any age. And it's going to be a blast. July 16th, 4 to 9. Kenny, Commissioner, what are y'all looking most forward to?
I think the folks getting together, it's been a rough couple of years here in Mount Juliet, with the pandemic and a couple of tornadoes, windstorms, winter storms, you name it. I think just an opportunity for everybody to come together and think about the 50 years or even beyond that. If you think about it, it took a group of people, somebody come along at some point in 1835 and said, well, this would be a great place, and decided to call it Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And to think that all these years later, and then in 1972, you had folks like Mr. Hibbett, Mayor Hibbett, and other people that got together and said, we need to establish a city here, incorporate it with a government. And we started out with probably actually a volunteer policeman. There was basically a constable and maybe a couple of city employees. And it's grown to what it is now, to where you're on the cusp of starting a EMS service for our citizens, and the fire department, police department, and the best of the best, basically on 11-cent property tax. And that's why you spending your money here is so important. That's what I want folks to reflect upon, is about how united this community is, how we get through tragedies and devastations. Yeah, we get irritated with each other, one another. You know why we do that? Because don't you get irritated with your family sometimes? You ever get mad at a loved one or frustrated? Well, we do that. We don't want to let those that we serve down, because we feel like it is a family. I've got to see you in the grocery store. I pass you on the road. You see me walking, whatever it may be. So we take that to heart when we feel like we've let you down. So I think this gives an opportunity to get together in fellowship, and it be nothing about business. It just be fun. We can see all these precious babies, these precious families that have chosen, out of all the places they can live in this country of 330 million people, they chose Mount Juliet, Tennessee. That's what I want it to be. So, Commissioner, what do you think?
Yeah, and I'm on a local historical committee here, so I'll be interested to see all the history things y'all are getting together. And there's going to be a history booth there and an announcer, and so I'll be looking forward to also, in addition to the fun, and I hope to take my grandson too, and so a lot of rich history.
Yeah, every time I call her, I hear the grandson in the back.
Yeah.
They're chatting it up big time, man. They're having a big time. And that's just what I love about it. It's like a different place. Everybody feels like their community is better than somebody else's community. And when you have a city this size, it's just outside of a major metropolitan area. We talk all the time about not losing your past. And I agree, there's traffic and a lot of people miss what Mount Juliet used to be. But because it is a popular place and it's such a destination that people want to be from all over the country and beyond, we have to welcome people in. So we hate that we're not that little small town anymore. But what we try to do is hang on to that. So that's why our motto is, where the past is cherished, the present is enjoyed, and the future is bright. And it definitely is. And so that's why I think the difference is here, unlike a lot of communities our size and even smaller, if you pick up the phone, you can call Commissioner Mulady, or you text or you email her, just like the rest of the commission, you're going to get an answer. And it should be that way here at City Hall. And I'm sure sometimes we drop the ball and don't respond like we should, but we hate I love progress, but I don't necessarily know that I like automation, to where everything's automated. You call in, you don't get an actual person.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. That's what we're trying to hang on to. It's tough. It's a lot of things are changing where everything's automated, but that's the city that we want to be. And I think we've succeeded at that. And I think that's why people want to be here. So come out and enjoy some of that, whether or not you're from Mount Juliet or not. Come out and just fellowship with us and realize that how truly blessed we are.
I'll add, on the historic pavilion, we have interviewed the great people that have been here for so long that make this city fantastic. We will upload those in the coming weeks. We're 2 weeks away, and coming days before the event, and we'll also have it on a TV in the historic pavilion. I think, I thought people were going to spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes in this pavilion when it first started. Now I'm thinking they might stay in there for an hour, just with how interesting it's going to be. But we want to include the new people to Mount Juliet as well. So if you have a video of your favorite memory of Mount Juliet or what makes it great, we'll ask you to email those videos and photos to that email at the bottom of the screen. I'll be compiling those and editing those in the coming days and weeks. And also, if you have great photos that you think the city doesn't have of something from way back when, we would love to see that as well. We couldn't do this with just the committee and just the support. We're going to need the people to get behind this as well. We've come to no surprise. Mount Juliet has really backed us, especially those that have lived here for so long, to help us really tell the story and preserve it for those in 50 to 100 years that see those videos and see the time capsule that we'll have at the city parks. It's been a great process, and it's been great for me, Rocky, and everyone to really learn what makes this city so great. And as Kenny said, it's our job to not have it automated, just to continue that good family-like atmosphere that really separates us from a lot of other places. Kenny, Commissioner, and Rocky, I'm going to leave you all with the last word. If I missed out on anything, please feel free to share that.
Well, Kenny, I heard that there's one thing too. We're going to have a shark truck there I think somebody knows something about that. Kenny, you know something about that truck we're going to have there?
Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing my little truck out, but I can't make any promises because the last time I drove it from one spot to here at City Hall, it broke down and sat in the parking lot for 2 days. So the worst case scenario to be there, it might not be running, but we'll try to get it there. But I do have a special request. Commissioner Mully, you've lived here since the early 80s, I believe it is. Since the early 80s. If there's anybody out there that's got any pictures of Commissioner Mullally in the early 80s, that's when they had the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
They had the big shoulder pads, and was it called the big hair? The big hair. I mean, I've got a few pictures of me with mullet, so I can't say anything, but I'd love to see some of those pictures at our historic Mount Juliet Day, where you look back and say, little Commissioner Mullally looked back in the 80s that it took a chance on the city, right, and moved here, and look where she's risen to. A big old commissioner for the city of Mount Juliet. There's a lot of other new businesses. We'll have a surprise announcement real soon. Make Commissioner Mullally, I'm sure, will put that out on our newsletter. We're just waiting for them to give us the green light, but it involves the current Slotsky's restaurant building. Unfortunately, that owner that tried to start, he started right at the start of the COVID and the pandemic and the tornado, and he just never got his foot, and bless his heart. So that building will be becoming another restaurant soon. And I can tell you this, and I know the commissioner will agree with me, it's a restaurant that a lot of our citizens have been requesting. And so a lot of the asking and reaching out to them has encouraged them, not only just on her part, our part, but also the citizens that said they wanted this restaurant to come to town. It may not be something that everybody likes, but it's better than an empty restaurant. And I think it'll be a good one. You got all kinds of new medical office buildings that come in, Golden Bear, lots of exciting things, rooms to go, BJ's Wholesale. That's I want to thank Commissioner Mullally on that as well, because she supported that development. And I know a lot of people are saying, what is a BJ's Wholesale? Well, if you've been to Costco or you've been to Sam's, it's basically the equivalent of that. So those of you that do the bulk shopping won't necessarily have to go anywhere else. And we're working on some other very exciting businesses. So what you're doing out there, please keep doing it. If we don't see you again before the 4th, we hope everybody has a great 4th of July celebration. Be safe. Even though we got some rain today, hopefully we'll get a lot more between now and Monday. But if your kids are shooting fireworks, give them supervision. Don't let them do what we all did when we were kids. We're fortunate to be here, but be safe. Wear eye protection, wear ear protection. You got a great fire department out here who's ready to respond if we were to have some type of incident. But hopefully we'll get a lot of rain between now and then. And want everybody to have a great 4th and then come to our birthday celebration.
Yeah, pray for rain. Stay connected to our social media so we can hopefully deliver the good news this weekend, and you can shoot fireworks and not feel guilty about it, and that the burn ban is no longer into effect. That's our hope and prayer this weekend. And also MJ Alert as well. It's been a valuable resource the last couple of weeks. Be sure to sign up for that as well, and hopefully we can deliver that news to that medium as well. Commissioner Mullally, it was a real treat. We're gonna have to do more of these. We're gonna have to call her up over to City Hall when we do these, Kenny. And it's been a real treat. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, this was fun. This is my first Facebook Live.
Yeah, need to get you in here. We need. She said we need a better setup. My office is a little ratty, so there's a little extra stuff. She about tripped 3 times just making her way back here to the spot. But we had fun. It's good having her. She's a great lady, and appreciate all the work she's doing. Everybody else is out there is doing. And call on us anytime, anything we can do.
Rocky, Kenny, Commissioner Mullally, thank you.
And we'll see y'all Monday night, fireworks show. Thank you, guys.